Good morning, everyone. My name is Bruce Swartz. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and there are UFOs in the skies, not only over Montreal, but we know Ken Nicoletti has often sent in some great footage with his monocular. Now, here's one original footage. Thanks again, Ken. Bro, I appreciate it so much you sending these in. These are UFOs caught in the sky, right? I don't know if you noticed while I was yabbing, the light was going upwards. It was veered upwards. This light is going from horizontal to vertical, and now, unless it's a plane, which you can confirm it's not just by the maneuver we saw from what Ken showed us at the beginning. It was going up, it was veering down. I mean, it doesn't look like a helicopter. It doesn't matter. We're just showing UFOs. They call them UFOs because they are just unidentified flying objects. I always like tampering with the exposure. Let's bring the exposure down, and I want to show you guys this beautiful object. And I'm also going to slow it down, Ken, because with the light taken down like this and the exposure, sorry, taken down like this and adjusted, we could really see the way the object is. It's just amazing the way it's maneuvering, the way it's reacting in the sky, and we'll see it a bit better as we try to filter through this. Of course, Ken, the light pollution, that's what we're looking at, and that's very normal. This was last Friday in Dublin, Ireland. Yes, I love Ireland. Beautiful place, a place that I will definitely go to. We have many people buried here. All the towns around where I am, from the war, many Irish people came here to marry our French women. Yes, and it made Irish, French, funny speaking people, probably like me. But some of you wonder what my accent is, if it could be Russian or if it could be, I mean, it's not hard to change voice, right? Anyway, that's how we humans are, you know. We jump the gun sometimes when we hear people's accents. I'm just having some fun with you guys. Isn't this amazing? Ken Nicoletti sent this in, and this was caught in Dublin, Ireland, and I'm very happy that he did last Friday. So again, we're adjusting the lights. Let's take a look at it, and we will in slow motion. Pretty cool. No matter what it is, that doesn't matter. The fact that we're able to see these, it's like we're like babies for the first time stepping over the edge of the crib barrier, trying to climb over the crib. We're just starting to open our eyes, you know. And I'm not alone. I mean, I didn't know this for hundreds of years, right? I mean, I'm not 100 years old, but you know what I mean. In general, all of us, even our ancestors, would never have thought that the moon could, you know, be inhabited. This is a nice shot, Ken, in a still frame of Ken's video. Ken, you have a lot of color in your footage. It's when I adjust the exposure, you say that monocular is just a regular monocular, but that Chinese monocular is a really good monocular. You're getting some good stuff, considering that, yeah, you know, there's light posts all around him. Of course, there's, you know, unless we're in a very dark area. Imagine Ken being on a plane really high up without lights using the monocular. That would be something pretty cool to try out on a plane. If it was a UFO, I'll tell you what, and I think it is, it would be pretty huge. But again, I wonder all the time when I see the flashing lights, and this is not more flashing lights. It looks more like there's lights all along it flashing. I don't know. There's a beautiful object to capture, you know, and as we slow it down to look in at more of the detail, I'll tell you what, like Ken said, you know, it's moving fast, so it's easy right off the bat for the person who's doing the filming, like Ken Nicoletti, to say, listen, it's not a plane. And obviously a plane, I filmed it with my new monocular, thanks to Ken, that I went to get one. And yeah, obviously a plane, you're not moving like this. Look at him move. You can tell, but the stars are whizzing by. So unless it's a plane right over his head that's low in altitude, we would have seen it closer than that. And no, this is pretty cool. Ken, thanks so much for sending it in. It's I always greatly appreciate your work, and some good stuff. So Ken, yeah, you don't have to go to Italy this time, brother, to be able to get some nice stuff over Dublin, Ireland. I know many people are here actually from Dublin, Ireland. A good bunch that watch the channel. I love you guys up there. Here's an infrared with an infrared camera. Look at the movement. I thought this was a triangulum, like a star system, 3 stars. There's only one star here, and maybe not even one. The big object, the bright round one, is the light that's illuminating around the sphere or object, and look what's around it. We see all these other UFOs going by, and in no way are they planes. And obviously, I can't see these with the naked eye. They are way out. I'm zoomed out pretty much with the night vision, and this is an infrared monocular, you know. Ken Nicoletti at the beginning, I mean, I was seeing his videos of what he was able to capture with it, and pretty awesome. It really is pretty awesome. He has a nice color and definition in his footage, and this is some from me that I caught. And with the infrared, of course, you don't see as many colors. I much prefer actually Ken Nicoletti's footage. I do have the color on this. I will be trying it, of course. The ones who know me, when I buy a device, it rains for weeks on end. Every time I buy a device, it was the same for the telescope. It rained for it snowed and rained for 3 months. During the winter, cloudy, there was never a day that I was able to get the surface for 3 months, and it lingered on. But those things can happen. You can see here that when you look at the objects, it's a pretty massive object that's coming up, and there's lights. Look at the lights leaving it. This is only seen in slow motion. When you slow things down, you see a lot happening to the objects you're looking at. The naked eye does not see it when it's played in fast motion. And these are the same stars in the same area, and look at the moving places in a matter of 13 seconds. That's how much of a distance these stars got. This one, have a hard time letting it go, and I'm always doing research and looking to better the view of this massive object on the surface. Shadow, right? It comes up out of nowhere in a 45-degree angle, but here's the thing, at the end we see that massive energy source. Look what's happening underneath the craft as it's landing. In slow motion, you can see these things, but unless you're in slow motion, they really, really are hard to see. You can't see them at all, actually, because it's too fast, you know? Look at a lighter in slow motion, a video of a match lighting up. Do you see what happens? All the reactions and all these little pockets of events that happen in a period of maybe a split second or two. You know, our eyes do not pick them up. And this is why I slow some of these videos down for us to be able to see what the heck is it that we are looking at. Watch it here. The craft, we're seeing some arms and or beams of light and objects coming from it, as you'll see as we progress here. Then we'll get into something else very interesting. Check it out. We're going to see the craft or object, like whatever it's doing. I have no idea, but all these objects around it, events occurring, you know, it seems to be coming from this light. And don't forget, this bloody light looked like it was shot out 45-degree angles on the surface of the moon, or it's the craft took off from the surface and left a plume of smoke that, you know, gave us a shadow. Who knows? Theophilus crater, and here's a close-up of that ridge that you're looking at right there. Well, yeah, we see UFOs on the outer limits in the darkness. Right in the middle of the day, it's near impossible to see. Apollo 16 moon landing, I have to look at that one a bit more in detail, but when I do go by the areas, because, you know, they're not that far apart, the areas. Well, they are, but when you look at it with the naked eye, they are not that far apart. You can basically see them in one frame with my telescope. So someone asked me many weeks ago if I had a circle instead of using arrows, and I'm so sorry. I did not see that I was able to fill or unfill the circle. And now I can use a circle. So it's going to be a lot easier seeing those UFOs, because right now, actually, I'm working on a video while you guys are watching this of the UFOs that I've captured in the past that no one sees in my darn footage. And I'm going to get those circles up on them, and we're going to slow them down, and we're going to try to see what the heck we're looking at. And, you know, some of these probes they're talking about online, it looks like what I'm capturing on the surface. A bar of light. There's 2 bars and a black circle in the center, and that's the type of UFO that I'm seeing. So, you know what? what I'm seeing entering and exiting craters, could it be some probes that we sent ourselves up there? Are they exploring with drones all over the bloody surface of the moon? I don't know. It's pretty interesting. You know, these are just all possibilities that are in no way ridiculous, so long me, obviously, because of all the secrets that are already kept from us, all these secret projects. Everyone today knows that secret projects are definitely real. Everyone. That's confirmed. We don't know about the projects, but we know that, you know, secret projects, space programs do exist. So these programs and projects being secretive, well, of course they would have secretive funders, secret investments, etc., to run the whole show. A lot like our system, right? Guys, I'm waiting for that fundraiser to be able to get a reply from myevents.com website. I'm going to take advantage near the end of the video here to show you guys a little bit of what's going on. You know, my fundraiser was closed. The one that we had money raised, $8,700, I believe, odd dollars, and I don't have it. It's still untouched, and I still have. I mean, it's still there. I can see I'm on the dashboard, and I can share it. I can take out the money. I can do what I want. There's a couple of dollars pending because that's how it works when there's a deposit from one of you guys. That money remains 2 or 3 months, I think, frozen, or 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what the time length is, but I don't have any information back from them this morning. So if it was planned, it was well planned because of the business hours. But see, these guys, it could be trolls, or it could be just a mistake by the website. If it is trolls, well, obviously, the only way to discredit me now is their only way out would be to try to slow me down in any way. Because don't forget, I have all these links up on my videos. And if it were to close down, and if I did have to open another one, well, then we'd have like 400 or 500 odd videos with links, bum links going to nowhere. But that's okay, and that's why I'm not getting mad about it. We'll just wait and see what is going to happen. Just be positive. Hey, a bridge, right? Path or structure under the crater. Why am I talking like an Italian? So they are down there, guys. These paths have the same reflectivity as the surface, bridges, corridors, whatever you want to call them. People are not seeing them. They are definitely there. And now we're going to zoom up onto this supposedly natural object. It is not natural in any way. It's not a Ryle. Listen, ejecta doesn't run over a crater and not come from a crater. Watch, we're going to zoom up. I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, it's just my eyes. See this crater here? Well, what are the lines on each side? It's going straight over the crater. It doesn't come from this crater. And now I'm going to show you another crater over here on top that's doing the same thing with these lines going straight across them. These are built objects. I'd like to thank all new subscribers for taking the time to stop by, for coming to join in the fun, the search for alien life, and to examine everything I've been finding in the past 2 years on this wonderful channel. And this channel is what it is thanks to all of you.